Hello everyone, welcome to Lab 4, Topic Modeling. This lab is prepared by Yifan Ren, Ricardo Lu, and Dr. Yilu Zhou. This will be our last lab of the semester. We're going to talk about three latent methods for dimension reduction and topic modeling. The first one we're going to introduce is latent-delay allocation, LDA. The second one is latent semantic analysis, but usually we call it LSI, which refers to latent semantic indexing. And also the optional part we're going to introduce is correlated LDA topic model, which will have a better result, but you don't have to use it for homeworks. But I think it will help if you want to include this part in your group project. I highly recommend you to go to the link to learn more about both models. In the SAM folder, we provide regular expression and Python file for your reference. Let me go through part of our regular expression. So we import regular expression. Let me remove all the output first. So we import regular expression. We assign test to TST, and in the regular expression, we can efficiently search for what we want. Usually things like find all and search. In the search part, we can know in which character we can find the first space. We can find the first S located at, and then we can find where the span located. So you can see it over here. So it counts everything over there. What else? I changed this a little bit. That's why this one could be a little confusing. Don't worry about it. And what we can do is to split by white space, split only in the first occurrence by adding column and 1. And what else we can do is we can in the text, we can do the replace. These are the similar things we do, but also we have more combinations that we can do. Like these are the meta characters we can use. Import information like characters, special sequence, and dot refers to any character. We can use start with, $sign means end with, and this refers to the multiply character. Refers to how many occurrences you expect them to be. So things like these, you exactly want a number of occurrence, and this either or. I want to show you this part. So right now, don't look at the common part because I changed this to make it more fun and more helpful. So we can find everything from A to capitalize A, lowercase a to z to capitalize A to z. So we want to find everything from A to z, right? And we can see that we have capitalized this, but when we need all the lowercase letters, you can find it over here. So we don't have to capitalize this. And sometimes you can do A to N. Just between the alphabetical sequence, it's okay if you A to M. But if something different, you want A and M, you can do it like this. You can find all the A and M. What else? You can find all the digit characters. You can find start with S and end with N, and inside this you can fill whatever characters you want to fill in. So that's what I usually do when I going to do the replace everything in the parentheses, replace if I want everything in the parentheses or quotation marks, things like these. That's everything I want to introduce. make sure you take the reference sometime when you need it in a group project. I think it will be super helpful. So you just change it, play around, and also the test, change it, play around, and make this part of your code. Let's go back to our main topic, document modeling. So we run the Gensim. This is one of the most helpful NLP package that we have encountered. And the optional part is not using Gensim. It's fairly new. It's not as popular right now, too, as far as I know. And this time we're going to use the fashion data set from the previous professor provided. So you can see that it has different, actually it has, I remember 4 locations, New York, Paris, London, and just another location in the Europe. And this is from the same year, same season, different brand. We are analyzing all the reviews. This time we only talking about the reviews. Like in terms of topic modeling, it is important to compare it with different entity, right? Different target or different time. It would be really mean to do that, but in this case, we want to show you the tools that we use. So we analyze all of these together. And also the result may not be as significant as others. So definitely it takes a lot of tuning to do. But it's still very focused, right? It's talking about design reviews. This is the test, the first part of the test. Then we go ahead and make the test into something that's in a tactical level, right? Like what we do is we split them into tokens and we convert all of them into lowercase. We remove numbers, we remove star words, and we remove words that have only one character. Since we want something very representative to the task, we need to remove all the words and able to combine the words with the same roots. And again, we use WordNet lemmatizer like the same as our lab 3. We use WordNet lemmatizer for this lab. And we lemmatize each tokens and able to combine them together. And there's something interesting that we do is that we want to compute bigram that representative to us. But also we don't want too many bigrams that show up. So what we do is that we do minimum counts of 10. So it has to show up 10s and more to become our bigram. Take a look. These are all the words, single words, right? And we have 4 bigram combined together. So we include them. One of the ways you see that they make some sense to humans, but some of them are just not interesting in a design way. But I think 3 out of 4 are interesting. And the reason that we only have 4 is that we put the limiter as 10. So this part could be one of your tuning point to find interesting word. Remember that this is not a supervised model. Like a lot of time you need to make that always need to reevaluate your goals. Let's keep going. So this could change. If it's fewer, you can have more diagram. That possibly less interesting, but a large number of them could be different. So let's keep going. What we do right now is that we filter extreme words. When we say extreme words, is that we want something representative, but also it is hard to tell that if every document has it, could that be representative, right? So we filter extremes. So we change this a little bit. As the comment set, we only want no less than 10 document, okay, and we know more than 60% of the document. That's what I do. So right now, I don't have as much words in the dictionary, so that it will be more representative for our topic models. As we can see here, we have almost 1,400 unique tokens over here. I will show you what happens if I cross out this thing. Right? It will be 14,000 of unique tokens that existing. So I still insist. I want to have more interesting topic models for you to see. So I insist. I will insist that I want to filter extremes. Also, when you want to tune the model, it is interesting if you change this, right? Number below, number above, things like these. Let me continue. So we sort and find unique tokens, and then get a token list, and we generate a matrix. This is document term matrix. It will show how many of time it show up. As we can see that we have 14,000 columns, which could be a lot of noise. Things like brand, LA, what if it's not as interesting as others, right? And also, you cannot expect all of these could be meaningful to a model when we want to represent something meaningful, something contextual, right? So a lot of time we want to reduce the dimension, as well as we want to make it more representative. So it's a way of remove all the noises, and also make the computation more like faster and more accurate. Let's continue. So we have LDA model, and there's some tuning, but I will show you the result first. There's something you can change in the parameter, and not right now. I want to show you the result as soon as possible. Let's see. So this time I'm going to show you 10 topics, which has the top 10 words for each topic. So let's see. Could that be interesting? Since I changed the parameter, is only like 1/10 of the words left. The first one, the second one, when I go through it, they're different. It is good. When I remove the limiter, sometimes collections show up in every topic, which is not ideal, since you cannot have similar things all over the place. Like season, it shows up a lot, but doesn't show up in the first part. So let's go through it. We see that, by the way, a lot of time when you find a perfect topic, it usually contains some noise that you need to remove it. So usually topic model is a way that you generate interesting words to add up to your dictionary. A lot of time you don't use that directly, or sometimes you just need to handpick the one that's interesting. So usually we need humans to look at it and then find out what's more interesting. And sometimes it's hard to require the computer to say each topic is different. The way we can do it is to change the tuning, right? Right now we have 10, so that it's not a repeated words. What if we have top 50 words for a topic? Like you can expect there's a lot of overlapping, right? So since we do this topic modeling for two purposes, right? We want dimensions and we want to show you the different topics that we can generate. We think 10 could be good number in between of the two purpose. So we have fairly amount of overlapping, but it's okay when you look at, you see that black color, that's interesting, and white, things like that. But silk, it shouldn't be there. But silk and maize should be together. Yes, I agree. But things like these, you see that, you start to see some patterns that could be adopted, right? Just something you can tune. So don't worry about seeing all these things. Just something you can do when you really want to change something is the number of topics and trunk size. You can change the number of topics you want. Usually it's 5 to 100. You pick a number in between, which depends on how many dimensions it has before you put into the model. And also it depends on what kind of purpose you want to do. So if you generate 1,000 topics, it doesn't make each topic more meaningful, right? So let's keep going. I want to show you something. Oh, I forgot about something. Take a look. You see the topic. Right now it's look not bad. I want to show you, let me split. So I can have two parts. I don't need to run the first part. If I show you only the topic part, which I'm doing right now, you will see something like this, right? You will see the weight and you will see the words I was printing. So the thing is, we give each word a weight and we rank the weight and show you the top 10 weight of each topic. And what did I do to the whole list is that I take everything in the quotation mark and show you. That's so it look nicer and look like a list of purely words rather than the weight. So what I did is that I don't want to go back, but I will show you that in a later part of it. Because if I go back, I will combine the two parts. It will look weird. Let me keep going. So what I did is that I used dot multiplied by question mark inside a quotation mark. So you can imagine that I am asking for everything that inside a quotation mark, and I want to find all of them. That's how I get the list. Let's continue. So there's a way that we can find the best topic. Okay, so the best topic, they generate an average topic coherence, which is usually negative, as I observed. You can see that designer, season black, spring white, look show, print, girl, woman. So some of them are really interesting combined together, but all of them, it could be hard. But this part is that I want to show you that average topic coherence could be interesting, and that's why we put LDA in the first part. And you can see everyone has average topic coherence over here, but this one is the ones that are closer to 0. That's make it a top topic, so it's all ranked. You can find something interesting over here, or you compare to other years or collections, things like that. So it will be interesting when you do the comparison or you do some handpick of the information. Let's keep going. So it would be interesting to see the way that we generate a U matrix using LDA. So what we do is that we have almost 1,400 features, dimensions, but we make it more representative, and we make it into 10. So as we can see that in terms of the 10 hottest topic, the test 0 are covering only the 6 of it. So starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here. So it will be only covering the 5th part of the topic. And yeah, see what we achieved. We decreased the feature to 10. The similar things we can do use LSI model, but this time, interesting fact that we use TF-IDF, we can expect something more meaningful because we believe that TF-IDF usually works much better than other things like count. Usually the frequency is not as important. So what we can see here is that we have 10 topics made already. We can see New York, okay, that could be interesting. Flower, shirt, jeans, lace. So you can see that some of the materials, some of them are the features that make a clothes beautiful. You see the rose flower, lace, and embroidered. So kind of all of them make sense. So you kind of find better topics in using the LSI model, right? So this is all for you to select. Some of them are interesting, but you still need to figure out which one is the one that you need. Like colors, like design, like materials, things like these. Sometimes you need to combine all together or handpick them and make it into your dictionary and whatever your purpose is. So this is a tool for you to find good topic. Let me keep going. So I don't want to save it. I want to show you what's going on. Okay. I want to show the data frame that we made. I'm not exactly know what the value shows, but it's the same kind of idea that each topic, it has a correlative field inside. Oh, by the way, there's a TF-IDF. That's why there's not a lot of zeros and ones. So this could be interesting for you to look at. This is interesting for you not to look at, but to put into classifiers that when you want to do some kind of prediction. So that's everything for topic modeling. And we have an optional one. I don't want to talk about it. It may be too much time. And also, you can find me in office hours. If you're really interested in this, I can send you links. I can talk to you about it. But by the way, this is the code that I use. So all the tests, no matter how long it is, dot multiply by question mark. So I want everything that inside the quotation mark. So I change the topic string into something like this. I remove all the weights basically. So this is what I get. Top 10 words So this lab, we find that when we made this lab, we find that usually the way the correlated LDA model, topping model, works a bit better. But we still want to say that LSI not bad at all. But usually I think because LDA, you only use the count. Sometimes you need a great tuning. Sorry about multi, but you need a great tuning like this. You need to limit, you need to filter the extreme words to make a good result, but also it's hard to find different topics for the LDA model. So LDA could be a good way to generate features and reduce dimensions, but not really a good way for now, as we observe that they generate good model topic. So in the end, we find out that this U matrix made by LDA, especially the current LDA, look not bad at all. You can see that called jacket, coat, fabric. So I think two of them combined together are two combined together, but it's not bad. That I can see that the way that it finds things like that, colors, floral, clothes, material. That's interesting. That finds some features that be representative to the clothes and to the judgment. And also, I find this powerful. If you want to try it, just start trying the correlated LDA top model. And I will conclude this part. This is our last lab. We learned 3 and 1, including 1 optional latent method. We have 2 purposes. In all, we have 2 purposes. Like the matrix we show you, we reduce dimension, right? And like the topics, the top 10 words for each topic, we generate different topics for you to select from. Sometimes you can add to a dictionary. Sometimes you need to interpret them, but like we have the both purpose. We need to tune them differently. But this lab, I hope this lab will be a good tool for you, for your reference, right? Thank you, everyone. This is our last lab. Goodbye.